All right. First up is Carla. Carla, I have just unmuted you.
Thank you, Mikey. Hi, Bob. How are you?
I'm doing great, Carla. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Good.
I was having a wonderful discussion with my great group, and we were on. I've been reading a lot of Neville and Your Faith is Your Fortune,
Sure.
and I would love to hear your thoughts about, the Father and I are one, but the Father is greater than I. And when my paradigms are screaming, how do I, settle that voice down of like, well, we're co-creating. Where do I stop and God start? It's like, but I know we're one. So help me. How do you conceptualize that co-creation relationship? And sometimes when I feel like, am I all alone here? Like, throw me a bone. I feel fear. That's fear. So how do I discern and put myself in the right place and mindset when that fear overcomes me of like, am I co-creating enough? Am I doing enough? Like, is there a divide where I stop and that starts?
That's a good question. Put the screen up, Scott. Watch. You are an individualized expression of an infinite power we refer to as God. You can take this power that's flowing into you, it just is. You can make anything out of it you want. Whatever you ask for, you're going to get. Now, you can look at that side of life, or you can look at that. The truth is, everything just is. We make it good or bad. When you get an idea, you turn the idea over to the God within. Now look at, we mentioned earlier that this is universal intelligence. You choose in your consciousness. Here, you choose. This part of you is where the action is. God does all the work. You make the choice, God does the job. With and through you. Now, whatever you choose, if you choose to think bad thoughts about someone else, you move into a bad vibration. You set up a bad action, you set up a bad reaction, and of course your results are going to be the same. Now, you can blame the other person, you can blame them, well, they did this. It doesn't matter what they did. It doesn't matter what they said. You choose. Spirit within, the inner God does the work with and
That's
through
good.
you. Okay, now put it back up.
With the stick figure, just simply stating the top part's me, the bottom part's infinite intelligence.
That's right, but that's within you. It's
And
not
it's
on
all
the
within
outside, it's inside too. Everything's an expression of the same thing. We have, though, these higher faculties. You've got perception, the will, reason, imagination, memory, and intuition. And they're all here, these higher faculties, in the conscious mind. We're the only form of life that has that. All the other little creatures out there, they're an expression of God too. They don't have the capacity to choose. They operate by instinct, which is perfect. We had instinct removed and all these faculties put in their place. And through the use of these, we can create anything we want, and we do. The problem is, when the results aren't very good, we want to blame somebody else. We don't want to take it on ourselves. We say, well, she upset me. Oh, is that right? Why don't you say, I chose to let her upset me. I chose to let him upset me. You're doing it yourself all the time. Whatever you think. If you want to let a condition, a circumstance, or a situation upset you, go ahead. When they come into your consciousness, you have the ability to reject all that. Everything that happens, we attract and we create. We create our own life. God will give you whatever you ask. Whatever you ask for, you're going to get.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Good.
Thank you, Carla.
Does that
Bob,
clear
up
it
next
up?
is Susan.
Yes, thank you.
Good.